friends, welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to give you some information regarding Disney's 2021 plans, packages, all of the above. So they recently opened up bookings for the majority of 2021. You were able to book packages through, I think it's September 26th, 2021. So I wanted to let you know of some changes. There are many changes in place currently regarding, or I should say, because of the current COVID-19 pandemic. We're hoping, everybody's hoping that the end of this year, beginning of next year, we are going to have a vaccine and hopefully life can return to normal, at least somewhat. Disney has announced that at least many, if not all, of the current changes will be in place in the very beginning of 2021. They have not announced if and when things are going to start to loosen up. As I mentioned in my last video, they are following CDC guidelines in terms of capacities and when they can open additional resorts and masks, all that kind of stuff. So here's what's happening for 2021. Like I said, you can book packages through September 26th of 2021 at this time. The rest of 2021 will open at a later date. And there are some hotels that are not currently available for booking for 2021, even in that period of January 1st through September 26th. Those include any of the three All-Stars, All-Star Music, All-Star Sports, All-Star Movies. You cannot book those at this time. You cannot book either of the Port Orleans resorts. So the All-Stars are the values. The Port Orleans resorts are moderates. Port Orleans Resort Riverside and Port Orleans Resort French Quarter. It's terrible because they're some of my favorites. You guys, beignets, I don't know. We're gonna, that's a separate conversation. Wilderness Lodge, we do not know when the regular Wilderness Lodge is going to open. And by regular, I mean not the villas. There's the Boulder Ridge and Copper Creek villas. Those are reopening. We do not know when the regular rooms at Wilderness Lodge are going to open. The same is true for Animal Kingdom Lodge. Don't know when Animal Kingdom Lodge rooms are going to open. We have heard that Kidani Village is opening this year yet, and Kidani Village is the Disney Vacation Club property that is adjacent to the main Animal Kingdom Lodge building. That's opening this year, but the regular Wilderness Lodge rooms, non-DVC, those are not opening this year, and they're not yet available for booking for 2021. Lastly, and I'm going to double check this, I feel like I've double checked this 3 times because it's just so weird to me, is Animal Kingdom Lodge Villa's Jambo House are not currently available for booking for 2021. The reason this is weird to me is, if you watched my last video, I said that Animal Kingdom Lodge Jambo House, which is the DVC property in the main building of Animal Kingdom Lodge, was opening this year for 2020. So why is it reopening for 2020 and then not for 2021? They may open those hotels for booking still in 2020, for the 2021 year. It may be September, October, November. We don't know. But like I said, those decisions are mainly guided by the CDC. So that's what's happening with that. Park hoppers. As I have mentioned previously, when Disney reopens for this year, they are not going to allow park hopping because they're just implementing the park pass system and having park reservations. So no park hopping. However, you can have park hoppers for 2021. They'll definitely be, I say definitely, and I don't mean to say that because everything is always subject to change. But they're planning on bringing them back for the very beginning of 2021. I'm still holding out hope they might bring them back for 2020. Unsure yet. Dining plans. I also mentioned that currently dining plans are not available for 2020. They're also, at this time, not available for booking for 2021. I think the reason for that is, well, there's a number of things. One, safety. You get a refillable resort mug, and self-serve stations are not going to be open right now just for sanitary reasons because it's just impossible to monitor somebody else's sanitation. And I don't know, you don't know if you have some kids sucking on the bottom of one of those soda stream things, and you'd have to be very tall, but still. And social distancing, or physical distancing as Disney's calling it, in restaurants. So their park capacity is down. They're also going to have reduced capacities in their restaurants so that they can spread out tables more, because when you are eating or drinking or swimming are the only 3 times you do not have to wear a face covering. So they want to make sure the tables are spread out. So they don't want you to be getting a dining plan, and then, if you can't get dining reservations, what's the point? Which brings me to the next point of face coverings, in that, yes, at this time, they are planning on having face coverings mandatory, at least for the beginning of 2021. Don't know when those are going away. Hopefully sooner rather than later, but if you're planning a trip in 2021, at this point, it's good to assume all of these measures are still going to be in place. And then if they revert back to their old ways, so be it. Let's see, what else can I mention? Transportation, minivan transportation is not currently available. They have not announced when that is going to be reopening. You do still have all other forms of Disney transportation. So you have Magical Express and you have the bus, monorail, boat, etc. They're just going to have, again, reduced capacity so they can have fewer people and people are allowed to be distanced. What else can I say? I'm trying to go through it pretty quickly here. In regard to face coverings, I wanted to mention again, because I would really hate for somebody to misunderstand and get there and it's a thing. You have to provide your own. Face coverings are required for guests ages 2 and up. Like I said, they have to be worn if you are in the parks. Anytime you're in a public area and you are not eating, drinking, or swimming. I would presume if you're in a smoking area, you probably don't have to wear a face mask. You don't start it on fire. Obviously, if you're in your room, you don't have to. But face covering, they're using the term face covering because they don't want you to think mask in terms of like a costume mask. You have to wear the typical face covering that you're seeing everybody wearing out to the store. So you can't go in an inflatable T-Rex suit and think that's good. I do think that would actually be effective, but they're not allowing that. Characters. So in terms of characters, there's not going to be meet and greets or character dining at this time. We're not sure when that is going to come back. And the reason for that is, can you imagine the germs of when kids are all like hugging and touching on those spongy suits? And I mean, that's probably really gross at like even the like safest of times if you think about it. I've never thought about it before, but lots of touching and non-social distancing going on. And if you have non-costume characters, that would just be difficult, I guess. So they are going to have characters in the parks for the sake of entertainment, but there is not going to be the like one-on-one opportunities. There's not going to be a Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique opportunity right now, and no spas because of, again, you can't social distance. Now, in regard to what is not reopening in the parks, meaning attractions, rides, shows, that kind of thing, there's a list I've seen online. I can't find it right now. We'll put it in right here. I was actually pleasantly surprised when I saw this. Most things that we do are going to still be open with some modifications. They said, for example, they'll still have Pirates of the Caribbean, but it sounds like they will have extra seats, extra rows, that type of thing. It seems like it's mainly little children things, and I'm wondering, is that A, because we're going to have way fewer kids, because how do you get a 2-year-old to wear a mask, or because kids are just more likely to not physical distance? So Turtle Talk with Crush was one of them. I think Monsters Inc. Laugh Floor. Well, like I said, we'll put in a list, but it was mainly things for very small children. But yeah, that is the whole list of updates that I have right now for what's happening with Disney in 2021. If you would like to request a quote, please go to my website. My husband just updated it. He's pretty proud of it. You can also get a quote from our company page, the Magical Journeys page. I'll have a link for both of them in the description box below. So those are my updates. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will talk to you next time. Bye, guys.